Live streaming is on.
Hello and good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. It is going to be hot today. Hot. I like it that way because that tells me that summer is around the corner. I think they're expecting thunderstorms where we get all the pollen washed away. For some of us, we can breathe a little easier. Uh, it's beautiful outside. Everything is in bloom that we probably would have seen normally weeks from now. So this is good stuff going on out here. Um, it's 10:28. I'm going to wait about 2 more minutes, see who wants to pull up and join us. Uh, here, let me know you're here. I hope everyone is as well as we can be with the times, and that you know how to be in the present moment and be thankful, practice meditation, grounding to the breath, grounding to the five senses. We can find that information on YouTube. Can show you how to breathe because it actually changes the chemicals that are put out in your brain that makes us stressed. And these things affect our health and our mental well-being. So it's all important that we stay grounded as best we can. It's not an easy thing to do every day, but to stay in the present, know that in the present moment, we have everything we need. There is no lack or limitation. So, talking about not just educating your mind, but your bodies as well, so we can be in the best position to assume our power. Um, so that's it. The kids are about to be done with school. In some places, they're just coming back. I don't know about summer camps and everything. Summer school, I think they're recruiting teachers now for summer school. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. And I think they've just added the next age group of kids that can be vaccinated against COVID. And I think we want to be protected as best we can be. The science um, supports that. Um, that's all I have. So let's move on and talk about our writing lesson for the day, where we are explaining the function of gerbils, verbals. Oh my goodness. Explaining them and also the function of gerunds, participles, and infinitives. What's that you say? So let's take a look at this foolishness and see where we are here. So, first, what are verbals? What the heck is she talking about? Are you serious? You can't display it? Let's try this. How do you play with my emotions this way? There we go. And all right, I'm going to make it even bigger. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, verbals are words that are rooted in verbs, action words, right? But they in themselves are not verbs. Verbals can be adjectives, nouns, and nouns. And the first type that we have is a participle. Okay, it acts as an adjective, and adjectives are words that describe nouns. And so in our first example, we talk about the drunken man. Who's our noun, our subject? The man. And what is his state? He is drunken. It tells us, um, it describes him, All right. A ruined city. Again, city being our noun. And the city has been what? It is has been ruined. And then we also have a misspelled word. The noun again being our word, and it is what? Misspelled. Then we have gerunds. And gerunds act as nouns. And if you noticed, they many times will have ing added to them. So um, seeing is believing. So the noun is what? A person, place, or thing? Seeing. Seeing. And then the next one is I enjoy studying coins. Studying. I study. And the noun is I enjoy studying. What are you doing? I'm studying. Okay. And then I enjoy reading. The noun is read. It's a thing. I am reading. And then we have an infinitive, which means we are describing something. It's a noun. To play, to watch, to eat. I love to eat. To play is the only thing Perry wants to do once she finishes her exams. Or I know this play is brilliant, but my friend refuses to watch. So you'll always have the word to in front of an infinitive. We'll look more at that. I know it can be a little confusing, so we will look more at that. So now let's take a look at um, subjects and complements. What we want to do is recognize a subject complement when we find one. And a subject complement, let's see if we can blow it up a little more for you. There we go. It is the adjective, noun, or pronoun that follows a linking verb. And a verb are any form of be, am, is, are, was, here, were, been, are being, might have been, become, and seen. They are true linking verbs and are always linking verbs. Let's take a look. Here's our first sentence. Brandon is a gifted athlete. The subject is Brandon, and the linking verb is. Brandon, what? Is a gifted athlete. An athlete is the subject complement because it's a noun. Brandon is what? He's our subject. And what about him? He's an athlete. So that is the complement of our subject. It was he, second one, who caught the winning touchdown Friday night. The subject is it. And the linking verb is was. And the pronoun he. What about it? It was he. Okay. Wish I could highlight those. I think if I see what Google Docs, if I lose everything, it goes cuckoo. Beautiful. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It was he. And then I can highlight. No, I want to highlight in a pretty color. Let's see. Yes, it was he. I did not want to. Okay. And then Brandon becomes embarrassed when people compliment his skill. The subject is Brandon. And what happens to Brandon? He becomes our linking verb. That's an action, right? Becomes. And then embarrassed is our adjective. What about Brandon? He's embarrassed when people compliment his skill. Okay. That's a hideous highlight color, isn't it? Ooh, Lord, that doesn't work. Okay. Then you have a list of verbs that can be linking or action. Appear, feel, grow, look, prove, remain, smell, sound, taste, and turn. If you substitute any of the verbs on this second list with an equal sign and the sentence still makes sense, the verb is almost always linking. That's interesting. All right. Brandon's face will turn red. So the subject is his face, right? Brandon's face will turn is the linking verb, and red is the adjective. What about his face? It will turn. It's red. If we take out will turn and put equals, let's try. Brandon's face is red. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. How do you feel about that? Okay. And do not confuse subject complements with direct objects. Only linking verbs can have subject complements. If you have an action verb, then the word that answers the question is a direct object. So let's take a look. Subject plus verb. When Michelle woke up this morning, she felt sick. Who's the subject when Michelle woke up? She felt sick. Subject is she. Who are we speaking of? Michelle. And then she felt, linking verb, sick. It's a linking verb because if you take out felt, she was sick, right? That makes sense. Let's show you. We're going to take that out. That there. When Michelle woke up this morning, she was sick. Okay. She felt her forehead but did not detect a temperature. Michelle felt her forehead. So Michelle is our subject. Felt is an action verb. What did she feel? Her forehead. It's a direct object. She felt her forehead. So felt is the action verb, right? Michelle equals her forehead. No, that doesn't make sense. And her forehead. So the chart below gives us some object and subject pronouns. And because a subject complement provides more information about the subject, use the subject form of the pronoun, even when it sounds weird. So here we go. I, we, you, he, she, it, they, who. And then me, us, you, him, her, it, them, and whom. Let's look at a quick example. I think I'm running out of time. We're going to have to do this in 2 parts. Don't blame Gerald. It was I who woke you up from a sound sleep. It was I. The subject, it. Linking verb was. Subject complement, I. What? Who was the subject? It was I. Don't get mad at me. I didn't pull your ponytail. It was he. Subject, it. Linking verb was. Subject complement he. Who was it? It was he. Remember the amazing guitarist that I met? This is she. Subject is this. Linking verb is. The subject complement is she. This is she. Let's take a look at this passage. I think that's a good one. And that's all for that. So I wanted to show you that before I move into the other part, which I think we're going to save for tomorrow. So that's all we have for today. If you want to go back over these sheets, they are there for you, and just dig in and reread them. And you have the examples. Try to come up with some of your own. And if you have any questions, I am here always.